Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth.
Truth.
Yes, you. Truth Media. Join on Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Say unale we dey watch Truth Media.
May watch you.
Unale we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen June.
Una listen to.
Now listen
to.
Unale
we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, Truth.
Unale we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to so media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media. Very no bad. Nasa anybody Salomon. Yeah, they live for the people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They no bad. Any business for do some. Are they provide for us for make any students them. Anyway, for make or the confusion or the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up.
Hello and welcome to Truth Radio 103.9 FM and the program now Stop Press. Stop Press na program where they look at major issues that will happen across the country and then show up na either newspapers, on radio, on television, and bring you somebody we go, give a deep dive analysis of their issues there. Mostly na people that we in our media, people that we don't interact with the news, understand what the news and they're about. They share their thoughts, their views, and their opinion on within the shape, the news, the way they go. Na traditional media. My name is Christian Conte and the program na Stop Press. Stay with me for the next 1 hour as we bring you some very interesting analysis of major events across the country.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best.
The program has Stop Press on Truth Radio 103.9 FM. Don't forget to say you get to across with various social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're also on YouTube. Log on and follow the program. You can send your comments at the Facebook page and we'll find time for bringing down the cam inside the program. Your name is Christian Conte and me na your usual host for the program Stop Press. Don't forget to say at any point in time you can send comments here na Truth Media or what you want we for discuss on the program, topical issues the way they make the news. Because most times we can get complaints say Joyce any talk about certain issues then. Send in your issues, your questions, your comments or whatever and see challenge we if you know we talk about that. No matter how controversial the issues be, here on Truth Media will definitely bring analysis of those issues. So today, for help me take this discussion further, I get a colleague journalist as usual here on the program. His name na Bobodan Kamara, and you don't be a media practitioner for quite a while. So Kamara, welcome to Truth Media. Firstly,
thank you, Christian. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, and also welcome on Stop Press. I tell you the first time we get you now. So first of all, you don't follow Truth Media generally. What you make of programming? What we are doing, nothing will be comments around that.
Well, Truth Media don't contribute greatly in reshaping the information architecture in the country. Media is all about credibility, choice of guests, how they present program, without fear and favor. So I believe that's a commendable one. And for keep that or keep the fire burning on a more than the because in this media fraternity we get a moral obligation for tell the truth at all time. So as the name implies.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Continue to the program. We'll quickly look at the headlines on some of the major newspapers this morning. Then we can do a lot of analysis. They're going to show you some of the newspapers on your screen, and definitely we'll start with start home with Truth newspaper. Whilst they get ready the papers on screen, I'll start with Truth newspaper. And this morning our banner headline says pending disasters, and we get a picture there of two bridges. This first bridge na railway line bridge, where of course they don't put some barriers there for block heavy vehicles so for the go across there. Then we also get Tengbe Town Bridge, the bridge where they on the newspaper na the footbridge, but also the main bridge self get issues. We can discuss that in detail later. Whilst we look at just the newspapers, we'll just look at other headlines. President Bio announces creation of special fund to combat Kush epidemic. As usual, Truth newspaper, we always get them very controversial stories we bring stories where people do not go and discuss. And one of them there, it says, breaking the silence, masturbation, myths, and the miracle of self-discovery. Read that story there and make an interesting read. We always mix serious things with educational things and also some taste of humor on a Monday morning. So that's we get on Truth newspaper, go out in our post office and get copies of the paper. We get other newspapers then and we go see them across your screen as we go. More newspapers, let's get them on the screen as people don't want to see the newspapers then as we hold discussions. Me go straight away to the Awoko newspaper before the shorter newspaper. The Awoko newspaper says here, World Bank injects 18.3 million to fortify Sierra Leone against climate shocks. These are stories on the Awoko newspaper. EU funds new radio program, People in Power, to amplify citizens' voices. Landmark ruling grants communities power against mining giants. This is a story from Connor. Why should I wait for for you for see the other newspapers on the screen? I just quickly opened the Awoko newspaper. You get some very special edition on Monday morning. They get in business, and it's the pink pages in the Awoko newspaper. Interesting stories there. Say government leans on a domestic debt to bridge fiscal gap. Income tax boosts government coffers as customs revenue slump. Inflation cools as food and housing costs fall. These are some of the stories on Awoko business. So you can buy Awoko newspaper, someone can buy the paper no more just for these pink pages inside. Get some very interesting business and finance stories. More stories lined up for you. We take the Heritage newspaper. It says NPRA DG appeals for harmonized petroleum policies. A picture there of the DG. National Petroleum Regulatory Agency. African Money CEO launches Cello Africa ABOP Loan Service. These are stories on the Heritage newspaper. I got a few other papers right in front of me here. I take the New Age newspaper. Says Professor Algali sent on indefinite leave pending investigation of abuse of office. With over 700 laptop computers, ACTB Bank supports digital education at IPAM. Market women and fishermen are the backbone of Sierra Leone's coastal community, says Ade Macaulay. This is talk about, quite recently Ade Macaulay we do a tour of Tombo and Waterloo communities, and I showed the newspaper. They talk about the satellite newspaper says government will leave no stone unturned. And a picture is there of the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallow. He says he affirms his boss's statement to combat Kush menace. Africa 24 newspaper says Vista Bank Sierra Leone ignites 10 million boost. 12 aspirants for APC flag bearer. Interesting. 2028 race SLPP determined. This flag bearer not past 12. Now I see 12. Maybe at the end of the day we'll have more than 12 aspirants for the All People's Congress. The Calabash newspaper says Vice President Lords President Bill's strong political will to end Sierra Leone's Kush crisis. Modern C says President Bill takes decisive measures to intensify fight against Kush. And the final paper we'll take for this morning is the Salon Compass newspaper. You don't get a track record of bringing you very controversial stories too. It says Admire Bill again, from Kush to gold fraud allegations. A picture there of Madam Admire Bill. And it says DIB strengthens party base. This is talk about Dr. Ibrahim Bangura gives 500 million boost for APC Kono office. Orange Foundation commissions 4th Women's Digital Center in Kono. Well, now the newspapers come up. We'll just go through them quickly. The newspapers that we have been on the talk about. I'll just take the slides quickly, and you see Expo newspaper says Army will feed itself by 2026. CDS Bangura says, we'll just take other papers, then we show up on your screen. Freetown Daily says President Bio launches $105 million livestock project. Freetown Daily newspaper has that as its bold banner headline. And more newspapers for you this morning. Of course, we don't go through the Calabash newspaper already. That's the photo there of the Vice President. And the Future newspaper says AG engages political parties. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, it's time for engage political parties on the new constitution and, the input of various parties and, the legal things that will surround that process there. Other newspaper says, Voice of Salon newspaper says, Dutch minister to visit Sierra Leone to push for extradition of drug kingpin Bolly Joss. So this is a story, of course, we don't go on for a very long time, and the Dutch minister have said they can't Salon for whether extradite Bolly Joss if he didn't Salon. We still have controversies on whether actually even didn't Salon. And one of the standout newspapers, Concord Times, says AG leads consultations on tripartite committee's legislative reform. That's a picture there of the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, talk about the reforms them with the tripartite committee, they look at. The other stories there, grab a copy of that newspaper, forget the story. Heroes newspaper says, proposed Turkish Sierra Leone Medical Center in Bo gains momentum. That talks about the First Lady during travel to Turkey, get some engagement, and they propose a medical center in Bo. And that's been a promise, and we hope to say that, come to fruition. So we get a lot of centers, then we're well equipped. And Night Watch newspaper says Bill's drug war hypocrisy while shielding drug lord. That's the bold banner headline on Night Watch newspaper. Grab a copy of that paper. Forget more on that story. Global Times newspaper says President Bill celebrates 2 years of Feed Salon. VP Julde Jallow vows we are determined to defeat Kush. Those are stories on the Global Times newspaper. And Premier newspaper says Feed Salon, US 105 million boost for livestock and livelihood projects. Those are stories on the Premier newspaper. Well, those are all the stories we have this morning. Just give you an idea of what's in the newspapers and they say, we have some stories that we do across the newspapers showing that they are very important and very necessary for for more get discussion. So I come now to the studio after giving you a feel of what the newspapers and say this morning. I come back to the studios, I come to my guests, Bobodan Kama, whether a journalist, and we of course like for start from home, because this is Truth Media, so we start from we own first of all. And our first story here is about, before we talk about the pending disasters, and let's talk about, President Bio announces creation of special funds to combat Kush. We done on several occasions. We talk about the drug crisis, we talk about Kush, Tramadol, and other, illicit drugs across the country and how they, destroy young people and way for they build the economy. And the president don't finally take decisive actions. 1 year ago, the president launched a task force, but not much was happening. But now finally the president decides, okay, in the camp before the feds now, against these drugs and with specific reference to Kush, and now he's putting special funds aside for fight these fights. What do you make of the president's decision for stepping into the fray and join the fight?
Well, this is not a commendable one because nothing like this we expect from the president, because we get the NDLEA. We sometime back then be the cry say yes, they don't establish them, but then get limited fund for run the affairs of the mandate. We make we see some certain situation them. They be only focusing on sensitizing the public, and the fight against harmful drugs goes beyond that. Because if not sensitize, nobody desensitize, now the same side will return to. So it goes beyond that. Break the chain, take people to rehabilitation center, and also try for let them get skill, learn and skill. Let them know reintegrate in the community, go deeper, the same idleness where them be deeper. So if the president don't take this bold venture for create a special fund, we exclusively go look at the fight against Kush. We're going to say they're in different folds. The organ for do with the rehab, for try for track the people them, how for go about ensure say they get in an enclosed area, because we know the fight is against addiction, right? Once we get the availability of the drug, somebody become an addict, then it can go out for him. But if we break the chain, we will stop the importation of the drug. We will for track and out. Even if you are an addict, the moment you never get access to that drug, definitely you go bounce back and find something else for you. You're gonna say drug.
Definitely.
But it's everywhere. Despite governments don't try different way for ensure they combat but we see every other day. In the recent weeks, the police say they don't make over 130 arrests in relation to drug. Right? So, and even the Speaker of Parliament, they even point out to porous borders them. Some borders, they are not secure, especially water. They have areas.
The Speaker of Parliament, they talk and cry, say it's difficult to control our water.
It's very expensive.
Some people and they get issues with that. They say literally the Speaker is saying, okay, it's difficult. That means we're not able to do it. It's you accepting defeat already. Say very expensive. We know it's expensive, but coming from an authority.
Crystal, but at times it finally would be honest
to say,
right? With the ambogui now this hypocrisy and now we to say be there, now we this one, now we this one, this country. So the hard fact is most of who borders them to us. I hope you understand. People can just come in and they not get efficient money. Look at the way some of the checkpoints they operate. So we really need for, as a country, everybody gets a role for play. Because if the president don't come into this fight, don't establish this kind, we all get a role for play. Most of them people are where they sell drugs, they are in our communities. We know them. Right? So if we the communities, if we sit down together and say, would they begin the point now say, now yeah, then they sell, let the police go search, we will not meet to a point say, Mr. X they sell. So automatically, if we go arrest Mr. X, the police can do investigation and go and show now whether at all Mr. X they sell or they sell. So if we will look at then two folds, then the top bottom approach, we will cut the chain, break the chain from the top. Then with the community themselves will do the work. Will they fight will they win the war against Kush? So now two would they expect? Will they stop the importation of and the tracking of If you not sell them, then I have 1-2 months. Now probably they pull at the end of the day. Then they go discourage for go buy back. But if we fight one side, we left the other side. For example, if we go after the retailer, then we left one of the counter in the country. It go round. If Mr. X not buy, it freeze. So then Mr. K get that money for go buy for do wetin Mr. X get mind do. So na both method we dey look at. We dey fight on the top and we dey fight on the bottom.
Yes.
So this na a laudable one from the president.
Yeah, so one of the things that don't come up strongly during the fight against, these drugs, is the confidentiality of the information they give. Most people, we all know we communities and we all know the pusherman, they all know that they sell and all that. But people are afraid to speak up because it's like, will I be protected? Imagine in a community, you go talk to this person, they sell this drug. And all man come from that community. Can the states protect you? That's one of the biggest challenges.
Yes, also get citizen policing. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
We don't see situation where in the police they work with community people for because we not get enough police. Less than 70,000 or so. For police over 6 or 7 million people. So we know the community will get a role for play. So you know me to say openly Chris told the good thing up say this Mr. X is the kuna searching bag. Come on, there should be channel, right? Them money they for day for dandy. These are intelligent based. Go social and social Mr. This they sell. You go do your work. So they're not going to call Chris to 9 points now. As in the case where some man they say go out and they sell and that you they endanger your life,
Exactly.
because you don't know how secure the you be. Because drug business is a multi-million-dollar business. I hope you understand. You don't go work months done. What's the minimum wage? It's 800. Then people they less than 1 week. Sometimes they will pay 5-year salary up front. So it takes time. You would try to fight against Kush and other don't Kush now they up the tramadol and other substance there. We for try back for protect yourself.
Definitely. This is a conversation we will continue. People always ask me, anything when I get program, when I start with drug and all, it's the most topical issue. Because if we really not fair this way, we don't raise the alarm here on social media. Other media houses don't raise the alarm over the period. We don't get precedents for make commitments. Okay, would affect this drug case. You don't put funds aside. You don't get a special court. You don't get instructions or all that for happen. So I think we are making progress, and we don't need for get our eyes off the ball. We need to focus on this progress until we arrive, at a reasonable conclusion. And another story we'll get on the Truth newspaper this morning. When I will see, they will share some slides there, of course, of pictures and some videos them. Although the audio very poor, so might not play the audios, but they will just share the pictures, get a feel of what will happen. We look at bridges generally in a salon. We understand it don't happen one of the Kinjimi Bridge, remember Kinjimi Bridge for them, it's a very devastating thing what happened at Kinjimi Bridge, the bridge for them. Maybe they ride there and about 7 people then pull them from under the rubble and we die. So we decided to look at some of the bridges. And Boko bridges in a salon we in a death trap. We just look at 2. This way they see so na the footbridge na Tengbe town. This Nasara don't live for several years and I would pass for go school, go and car every day, work I go Tengbe town, I go up King Hammer Road and Mother High School. So this is a very familiar place. If you watch under them bridge and they they don't begin rusty. And this is a colonial bridge, from colonial time where they be maker for train force. Then now they convert them to footbridge. And now equally so the other bridge and this bridge where you see, so this is at the bottom of the what's bridge this? This is not the railway line bridge, of course we don't talk about so much. They don't put some balusters there for stop big motor there for pass. So you see the bridge don't compromise. This is the footbridge, the railway line. Those are people they pass to the communities there. And I asked one of the guys then there, I say, when I still they use here, I say yes, we don't get any other alternative. Now the only road this or pass or kind of there. So these are the guys they show the footbridge. So you see under the bridge in foundation don't compromise. So we bring this to the attention of everybody, the public and authorities there. This is not me on the bridge, just to watch down, get an idea, This bring back memories from school days, and now I finally go to that back on the bridge. Just bring the attention of government and authorities. Say this bridge there, and we need for do something for this bridge there. We don't wait first until this bridge then collapse. Then we run the go, get rescue now. Get for go give people the host for them now. Get for go get food for them. They're different. What you can do now, Salon, as soon as we get disasters. Let's stop this disaster waiting to happen. So you don't see the compromise of this bridge, the foundations and all of that. What would you say to government, to authorities at this point in time? One way to say we get Kinjimi Bridge incident before we go for correct this thing and save the lives of Sierra Leoneans?
First of all, the pray to godly will not get such devastating incident for your call our country again. Because all we know how than the Bitan Lake. But again, like when I say in the story, it's a death trap.
Yeah.
It's on a time bomb, right? Because look at the foundation. And foundation ain't all the bridge, foundation ain't all us. So for the get some of the horrific pictures there of the foundation, you know, it's a concern. Though they don't try for see our best, then they regulate the types of motor car the way they pass there, but that's not enough.
Yeah,
More needs to be done.
It's not enough.
SLRA needs for come on board for ensure say they get them fixed. I hope you understand.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
get them
yeah,
because
yeah,
we are
yeah,
talking about colonial from the 80s.
Yeah.
That bridge they did. They don't have train now on a footpath, and we see a situation they degrade every blessed day. Because myself, I grew up na Red Pump, so there is that same bridge there. You know, the system of the railing they don't became rust itself. Where they even bottom people dwell in place.
It's just
So now the people that I know they look at,
yeah.
plus the way they work, I don't dwell in people
They
that
dwell
don't
under,
dwell
yeah,
at the place there. So something really needs to be done.
And
Because
I get people
Salon
that
most
talk
time-
to I don't take 15, 20 years down that bridge there.
Salon most time, you know, say we can be reactive instead of being proactive.
Yeah.
We go wait once the disaster don't start at the time one can say this, say that. But now we got all the time in the world for address this situation. We don't get call about the same thing happen with the one by APC officer or the bridge day. I hope you understand. When they don't try for put measures in place for ensure say large truck nobody pass it.
Yes, yeah.
When they make who they Kinton out with the get issue. Because most of them containers them for claim that Kinton bridge. Some they for them.
So man, no
over the weekend we get another
and it's
container.
because King Tom self get his own struggles. It's out of
Definitely.
bridges.
Even
We
the
not
bridge.
bring that King Tom.
Yes, even the
But
Kinton
another bridge we get
Kinton
issues.
bridge is not a concern.
Yeah.
Then that small bridge like you want come up by Syke Street. I'm talking about this weekend. We get container the struggle for claim. You just go hit people shop. Now God na net. The ways to just go inside the
You
shop.
talk about is this Savage Street Bridge?
I'm
Where
talking
they just
about
make?
Kinton Bridge. Kinton
okay.
Bridge.
Okay.
Not like where you come up to, like you want go up Syke Street.
Okay.
So, let's say for the past months now since that day, we don't get about 2 or 3 cases where container they for them or totally stuck along the way for claim that bridge.
Yeah.
So we really need for work on with road network and some of them bridges they are really something needs to be done.
And it's gonna say this not for just the west or we're not even going at the eastern to eastern they get bridge and they way, you know, so then walks past this bridge over ourselves. So we really need to look at these bridges there.
Yeah, something needs to be done.
Yeah.
No wait till something
Exactly.
happen or go say hey, this for this for
And that's our intention.
We
We
don't
don't
play
wait.
with role
We
as
bridge down for
media
down people and
people,
die, they will go there.
for raise awareness.
Yeah.
Because
Then it's gonna see the all man go play politics there. You go see opposition go there, and mayor will go there, you see president will go there, and all authorities that's they will go there now, go begin make speeches and all that. Let's
So-
stop this before it happens.
So got all the time in the world for address this. So
Definitely.
I hope and pray say the authorities concerned then go get this message and ensure say then get this bridge fixed.
So thank you very much. So we don't do your own part. We own part and we bring the issues to now. See, we don't show our pictures, videos, and we'll continue for show this maybe on subsequent editions of the program. May wanna see. We not get resources to go make bridge. If we get resources, we don't go make the bridge. But we don't show the authorities them. It's left with you, which you not go handle. If you don't sit down, wait stay. If for down people don't die, well, it's up to you. We'll be here for say we said this at some point in time, and no action was taken. We also go there for say we say this and decisive action be taken, and we save lives. If not for pull the people that down the bridge, get other side for them and day temporarily, that's one action we could take. If not for stop people that for use certain bridges then, that's another action we could take. But you know, it's left with the authorities them for decide to take the action. The program has Stop Press when it comes to you from Truth Radio 103.9 FM. My name is Christian Conte, and you know I still get Bobodan Kamara with me now the studios. Well, shortly we want to take another issue. Then we go take a short break and come back and discuss the issues. Let's look at the front pages. Let's see which other interesting story we could take this morning. One look at, you know, a lot of people have been doing stories around the vice president, you know, and in engagement. You know, the vice president seem for they applaud the president a lot, and I don't see a lot of coverage around the vice president in goal. in this Kush fight? So far we have seen. I would say we have seen the political will. If President don't come out, don't go now their centers. Then we don't see the Vice President except they make a lot of statements around this. I take you back to a previous discussion. What you would expect from other people that were there in this fight? Because, like I say, the task force was from 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Then, surprisingly, 1 year, then go to the president, and we not see any constructive things say, the power that this we don't do, that this we don't do, that these decisive things that we don't do. It was like the task force was there, they be there on hibernation. Either become on day, or because people they not seem for know their role. It was just there. When the president go talk to them now, and they seem for activate. Before we take a break, let's just quickly talk about what if will be the role now going forward. Because me not think the president need for always there in everything. The president get a lot more strategic thinking for they do than for calm down, for calm monitor some of these things that we don't put people in place. There's NDLA, there's a task force. They should be doing their jobs.
Yeah, first of all, the fight against Kush, one thing for take into consideration is that's what they call politics, or for totally take them away from eradicating Kush from country. And as soon as we and I be start, as soon as set of people at the couch and I had them belong, the fight, in order to look at political party. Yeah. Always offer now, we will check almost APC people don't die power, almost SA people don't die power, lives are going. Right? We get some people on will account for safe. Potential people that die as destitute and streets. But they almost decayed before they can pull them.
They make competition order for burying the local government ministry and the mayor.
Yeah,
for the back and forth. So they bury it.
So it's appalling. Yeah. But the mayor for the government, the president self don't come on board, right? Don't visit the Eastern Rehabilitation Center, get one-on-one conversation with some of the victims them, where according to the president say most of them they tell and say like addiction, then go into them because of stress, this, that, say opposite to them say, drug abuse not to a solution to societal problem, right? Make yourself, empower yourself, learn something, believe in yourself, pray to God for let God change your situation. So the mayor for don't get the president in will, which means if we all come together, would they eradicate Kush from country? But we not for politicize the facts. Now this party counter, now this region no more they power, now that region they power. Would they see the rate? Countrywide. As of recent, they will really need for commend the Sierra Leone police. Would they see that they intercept series of drug trafficking? Now different set in the country, the borders there, even inside the municipality, right? Yeah. Another one 70-something years old mommy, another lady from Guinea, right? Yeah. With a substance suspected to be cocaine. Then another US-based Sierra Leonean, it go over 1,000 tramadol.
Yeah. We just hope say why say they do that and we look at the big players, because I don't notice, yes, we're doing very well with the small players in KH, but like you said, breaking the chain of transmission. If we able to capture people from the top, very important kind inside.
Yeah, definitely. Even if the focus is up to now, not get a lasting or impactful solution for break the chain, let not important at the country, right? Because up to now, they wonder how this thing they come inside. Even the security forces, they don't how this thing they come inside. So if we not get solution, we not also the way say we get solution before we get act on now. So it starts now. The one where the retailer, where they pull on point A to point B, right? The ghettos them, the factory, they will not see series of raids and crack down on.
Interesting when it comes to things like Tramadol, you know the factories then.
And then get advanced laboratory equipment then. When are some of government labs and stuff, then equipment then only.
Like Tramadol, for example, it's not being produced here, mostly in India, and we know where they come on. And whether they come na the country, mostly we know the ports where they come through. So if we can able handle them things and they, we not say no go there inside. That porous borders then some go dey inside still. Yeah, definitely. But at least it will be minimal. Let's look at the major chains of transmission that will cut them down. Then if you wake inside now,
they get an attitude which says a river does not flow through a forest without bringing down trees. When at all, if at all we're ready for the river pass now for ticket and get for
But we don't really tick them down.
So yes. So therefore take our upon ourselves.
This
So that
fight,
person
that they
will
lift the number with the shake the car. We know they bring down the tickets. So
So
if one or two big tickets there for the other one that starts, okay, we are serious about this. Yeah.
of course, if you see influential somebody other man they look up to,
Yeah.
you see them charge and talk, they convict her, they send a strong message
Exactly,
to
that's
the other
always
one.
been my point.
So not only for the focus on the little ones, though, for the go after the big ones then.
We got
Hope you understand.
most of the example, one big supplier with a get like 10, 15 man, then they say knock down the door.
Yeah.
It sends a very clear message, say, this person they up yonder, this don't happen. We said they forget how we safe and be very careful.
Yeah, don't they really would they ensure back say they be continual process. You know what rate on site today, you wait after 6 months for go read it back. You get for the monitor, you get because when you rate on site, you commodity 1 week, 2 weeks, they not see you. Tendency the people they say, you know, because like I say earlier, and I'm multi-million-dollar business. I hope you understand. They will still rather restructure, then start them all over again. So go for the rate and the monitor. You know me to say one place for the focus all the time. Because our youths are dying, even who picking in our school, they're not safe. Even who picking in our school, not safe. So this is another call to the parents then. For the monitor you picking, if they form 1, if they form 2, they go school, monitor and the searching bag because you don't know the kind of friends the way they move with, the kind of people. Tramadol is everywhere. The small village that way they go outside 4, 5, 10 people there. Tramadol lady, push lady. Right, so it's everywhere. Yeah. It's upon all parents for ensure say, will they monitor, will they check on with children their affair. Go to school, ask how you picking the performance school. It's not the activity of you picking at school. With Zande, we all go come together for save the future from Kush.
Okay, but then come back continue to do the program. We want to take a short break, and when we come back, we will look at issues surrounding, you know, the second year of the field salon. Where President going to Cambia, and you know there was a ceremony there. We'll look at the impact field salon 2 years on. What have we benefited? What has been the gains? Which progress we don't make in feeling we safe as a country? Let's take this break and we'll come back right here on Stop Press.
Now you go able to talk Boku for small couple and still win Boku in them. Subscribe to the Soba Kaiba bundle now. Just dial *500# for subscribe. Choose your bundle and talk Boku for small money. Yes, these are the cheapest voice bundle na salon today. The more you subscribe, the more chance you get for win. Brown new keke them, motorbike, generator, and solar light. Dial *500# and start for win. Soba Kaiba bundle don't boss. Now you go able to talk Boku for small couple and still win Boku in them. Subscribe to the Soba Kaiba bundle now. Just dial *500# for subscribe. Choose your bundle and talk Boku for small money. Yes, these are the cheapest voice bundle na salon today. The more you subscribe, the more chance you get for win. Brown new keke them, motorbike, generator, and solar light. Dial *500# and start for win.
This internet not the premium it's in too slow.
I don't want to make you worry. Signature Connect don't come na salon. Signature Connect when a fiber internet and microwave coverage he gets, give na salon now. And he come to make the internet problem done tapata. Signature Connect where they na number 92 Regent Road Hill Station don't come, we package them. We go sweet you. When you connect, you dey get 3 days free trial for both postpaid and prepaid options. Then package and sweet then get 700 for small homes, 900 and then 1,250 for smaller office them and business place them. And set for corporate services them. You dey able use the internet for connect to CCTV camera, laptop and phone and other appliances them where you get na you host or you office. Not forget to Signature Connect. There for all man. Contact them na 072-568-290 or 033-233-620.
Welcome back. The program is Stop Press, so they come to you from Truth Radio 103.9 FM and across various social media platforms. We are on Facebook and YouTube, and you can follow the program there, and send you comments if there's any, and just get a conversation with we and tell we some of the things that we left out where you go need discussions on subsequent editions of the program. And we don't talk about, of course, the pending disasters and the bridges them. Two bridges them. There are lots more other bridges them in subsequent editions of the program. We'll go out and then bridge them and get videos and speak to people in the community. Make government understand, say these are serious issues. We cannot wait until we have a Kinjimi Bridge incident again, people then die before we go to them. We also don't talk about the president announcing creation of a special fund and how the fight against drug and kush specifically done the go. It's about time we come now to one of the government flagship program, winner Feed Salon. We see recently, a few days ago, the president with Nakambia and they launched the 2-year of Feed Salon. And before that, we don't see a lot of other things that don't happen. The Ministry of Agriculture, then they post successes of various imports. They will reduce the importation of rice into the country, our staple food, and other successes, maize and other products then where we don't do very well as a country. We want to ask a question. With all these successes, where are we in terms of feeding Sierra Leone? Have we arrived, or is there a lot more work to be done? What the discussion is about Feed Salon now. We have a lot of successes, we agree. But the average salon mango says still, we don't reach yourself for rich in terms of rest. We know staple food. Although we get a lot of other food that we not even watch. Recently we get bio cassava and all that, and all for the use for supplementary food. But in terms of rice, have we got to that point where we can feed ourselves as a nation?
Well, the hard truth is, though there is headway, but we are far from reaching there. We not reached it. Probably, as a patriotic citizen, we all want to see our country reach a higher height. But Christo, it will interest you for know the amount of money we don't spend per agriculture, right? We not commensurate to waiting we get from them. So, in business man was in a bad business, right?
Yeah.
2 years in this Feed Salon project, would expect the price of rice, even the cup of rice, if I don't count on. Because no, not just the target, the one with the car with the rest, or the one who go buy wholesale. Right? Say, if they sell at 1.2, you don't count. Even that cups, if I affect, because if they sell less, 1,000 for bag, you reduce them to 800. If I sell on the cup, but I'm not going to buy 5,000 per cup, the 10 way be the 1,200 or 1,000. The way 800 are still the buy under 5,000. Come on, in all logical. So, most people get controversial view when it comes to the Feed Salon project because they look at from that point of view, right? They get the political will. A lot and lot of money don't go inside it. Even on the commemoration of the World Food Day, we didn't do so now. Gambia, a total of $105 million livestock and livelihood development project. They don't go launch and they back. We don't get a radio station also. So a lot has been done. The international community, they don't help we. People they spend money into their NGOs, they really they help with their agriculture business. But up till now, we get a farmer federation. It will interest you to know the actual people the way they do some of them work there. The actual people they do agriculture. Some of them not the part of the association there. Fertilizers they come, intensive they come for farmers. They reach the people the way they do the work. Some man they then are free to no more. All he care about, he get all in document intact. When they say intensive don't come for farmer, he put all in documents there. Benefit from them. Probably if they go back, he go sell them fertilizer to the actual farmers. So we can get the political will, the NGOs that are really for help with, but the lack of monitoring, in that the whole project, and a flagship program, President Bio in success, like I talk. He enjoyed the success of Feed Salon. If you complete in time, people will not see a lot being achieved from the Feed Salon. you know, people then go get a different perspective for judging in tenure in governance. So, any way they put you money, you pick him, if they pay for almost $1 million at school. If you know the monitor,
you obviously you succeed, definitely.
If you know the monitor, but let me take you back to the audit report. They published the last audit report, right? There are a series of allegations against the Ministry of Agriculture. Less the way they harvest when they not be able to account for. I hope you understand. Even the launch alone of the feed salon project, what money can inside? Right? Let's take a look at the Tomabo guys. It's a story of the past now. Then can they implement the irrigation system? But how far down they don't move?
Interesting. The minister was here and talked about that Tomabo project, and he gives timelines there. Of course, he accepts the challenges there, but you know he's always being technical. He said people that might not understand all.
Christo, the fact here is the fact here.
Because it's what they care about. Now it's final results. No matter what you do, the final results people want to see.
Would they want the time when this Tomabo guys business starts? The pace where they start.
And let me start with this government. Let me start with this being government. Ages.
They revisionize when they come and say, you know, they can't focus on it. But before they go into any project, you get for do visibility studies. Right? You get professors there, you get professional where they call. Can't look the soil in texture. Waiting go good here, what we need for there. Waiting go be a good fruit now. But when I don't plant almost here, only for one account we say we need to apply irrigation system for the expand we produce them. And me personally, I don't ask the minister one lane self then at this panel to do the talk. I don't ask and say, well, this Tomabo guys, who say we go able for the getter? He say, well, he available. If you able go like na the Tomabo, you can get it back off. Come on, that's a village project, not a national project, Dandy. I hope you understand. So that's because national, but for cut across, because we are talking about hectares of land, not to garden or with hectares. So if you look at the acreage of land where they don't cultivate, you do small maths. That rest there alone. If we drastically reduce the importation of white rice, the wala rice. Up to now, how much they buy wala rice? Difference not between the wala rice and the imported rice.
No, obviously,
most people they say, well, let me go for the imported rice. But if we don't focus on that, we local produce rice, we make sure say, Boku of them flood the market. Then in no need for get degree for let no say it get direct effect on the imported rice. Because let's say for example, if you buy they sell them 2,000 or 3,000 per cup. Right? Then they get fertilizer and do everything they do, it's good for it. And it's very, very medicinal. So if it costs cheaper, more people will prefer for go in for them to that of imported rice. But the idea is up to now, we know able to get a headway. A lot of money we don't spend on Paris. Some people they not like for a conversation that when it comes to agriculture.
Definitely, yeah.
Looking at everything government don't spend for agriculture.
The interesting about agriculture, there are always two arguments to it. You know, you speak to the people from the agriculture ministry, the minister and all that, and they are very technical. Then they give say we don't make progress and are so challenges there. But it's difficult for we as journalists for interpreting Dandy to the public because honestly, no matter the challenges that you face, you know, what in the public want to know. We don't invest in feed salon. Are they buy rice cheaper? Or they get a local rice cheaper? Or they get practical. This cheaper? These are the things. So no matter what you explain your challenges, then people might not. And I feel their pain sometimes because like make a do story about agriculture, and I know that some progress has been made. To be fair enough, but how does this translate to the average man? Is still a challenge. So I think a lot more work needs to be done. And we look say maybe by the third year where they go talk about this feed salon, we'll have a lot more things to tell people where they will feel directly.
Yeah, because in the past, we don't be the health story and they say, well, tractors, they are available, government minister, then take them keep on the compound, and then they make we know they will get better in the agriculture. But now we go over 200 tractors, then they're all day up and running. But what are the gains? What did I actually want to go able for? This is not practical.
And I don't watch a video.
You don't need for go Jala for know some of them
places there.
Yes, you don't need for go Jala for understand some of them conversations there. The tractors then you get the political will for do the work. Money the NGOs then they can pour money inside. Intensive they can for farmers, then fertilizer they supply. Yeah. So come on, so we get a very fertile ground.
And
so why not for
the minister also acknowledged, clearly say that they get enough resources for feed salon, even in terms of the budgetary allocation. He was clearly say yes, they get will and they get resources. that they get some, okay, you know, some relatively good amount of resources from the budgetary allocation for, you know, for push the.
Well, now for you know, saying a flagship program, so that I commend the president for that. A flagship program where they respect and they work towards her. Yeah. Now I make her say a lot of money has been spent. If now a situation where you don't make a flagship program, it is constrained with funding, then we can understand. But all thing they. So if you don't work, probably it's not for all. So tell the man where they not able for doing, we can able perform, not able monitor. Come on, our money. Yeah. Now money people they spend it. People they expect much from this agricultural business. We see the crisis in the country right now. People them butter issue now still a challenge. Now it's still a major challenge. Yeah. Not about the challenge they will get at this country.
In fact, the most important challenge, and yeah. I think so get at the country, because if you can solve the butter issues, the people they eat and they're full. Everything will fall into place.
Yeah, so
we can say no matter how much education, no matter how much you educate people, no matter how much you provide other things, then if people are hungry, there's no way we will appreciate any of the other things there.
Yeah, so because there be 2018 in campaign towards the natural one thing, they say this guy for solve the bread and butter issue, right? Where according to him, it be really they in a bad form. But up to now, we not see no changes. And some goalie opinions say, in fact, they don't get worse than past IBD. Bread and butter issue is still remaining challenge. Look, close at the minimum wage now be 600, don't count to 800. Some man they done in salary, it's was before the month they done.
Yeah.
So therefore they get a conversation around and how the minimum wage they try for is up. So agriculture, we get for do a lot of monitoring in or let's roll.
So what do you think about diversifying in terms of agriculture? Now we all focus on staple food, which is rice, which is fine, you know. But we get other crops then they do well in Nasalonia where we could. Example, cassava. You know, we had an expert here was talking about cassava. I say we only they look at maybe cassava for it. So there are lots of byproducts of cassava. Say for example, starch. The starch industry is a very big industry. If we say we plant cassava for just produce starch for, let's say, West Africa, it's a very, very big thing. But we only focus on rice. Can't we diversify and look, maize? Most of the feed we forget for the chicken there, for whether improve, it comes from maize. But even then, they say we for import maize for the chicken there. So how do you think that were expensive?
Yes, that's not quite an interesting one, but you know, it's natural. All country get a staple food, you know, and in the Sierra Leonean context, somebody like you eat. If you know it's rice, you go even watch. You say me I know eat it.
It's bread.
It's me I know eat it. Now bread no much. Me I know eat it. So pass it eat rice. But it fine for the try something new. You know, some believe in cassava. Because most time when maybe they go walk up line, you know, cassava. Put per mind and get ready for the change diet than they find for the waiting. Don't need to look at the money back. Now you can out some of the issues then because for buy some man they say well, you know until I keep me fit I buy as I eat I go. You see, because say they go you say you want buy potato, you want buy this, you want buy that. You know the cost of living it really now a major challenge for one of the country. The cost of living. It's very
let me go fast in rice. Let me so rice is because just
it's like another option.
Yeah, for a family, for example, a 5 family, if you decide okay, me I eat something other than rice, you know, it's very expensive. So I eat vegetables from this country. You know,
it costs. It's a veg.
You know, when you cook it 2-3 cup rice, you know, they go round. I know.
Because even the guy, but almost for cup the guy, so it's all things doesn't at the same side. So we really a lot need for be done, you know. When I make we put some of them as sabi people there, some of them ministers there, then turn for the push them forward. Try for the sensitize people and say now for gosu. It's just the way they tell people they say not for the cuckoo charcoal. Put an alternative and make it cheaper. Yeah. So someone will look, how much they sell coal? 1,000. Okay, this gas, if I buy and so at times and buy almost this coal they buy, better the first one. Then they're going for gas. But you're not going to look, gas they so, coal they so, definitely go still maintain the coal because you don't get option. So therefore they make some of them things are affordable. Yeah. Right? Because the way affordable like people they going for. Yeah. But honestly, the bread and butter issue is really not easy in this country. So some man not like was in a so another option.
Definitely. So Minister of Agriculture, you know, the Minister of Agriculture, you know, I keep saying they do a lot of work, you know. There's been some level of commitment and some transformation in the sector. But Sierra Leoneans, they expect more, We, in a way, it come down to the grassroots people, we feel them. So they go buy us, it's cheaper now. I will relate to the commodities then better. Now we say, yes, change has happened. So, Paolo Okona don't do, people still have a lot of expectations, and I believe, say, the authorities there will keep doing their job, and as we go on, give them some time and say, maybe in third year of Fit Salon would have some tremendous progress having been made. So we want to take one more issues, as we set to wrap up the program, and I'm looking at the papers. I don't know if you get any issues you want to take. I'm looking at this story of, on Awoko newspaper. So World Bank injects 18.3 million to 45 Sierra Leone against climate shock. Climate change and the environment, I think we don't be very topical in recent times. But because of the several challenges that we're in the world and the country and all that, we get very limited resources. Just a couple of days ago, we had a picture from one environmentalist, I've forgotten his first name, but Garnet, his second name. He's a prominent environmentalist, and it's showing pictures of the Mile 13 dam. Almost all around the dam, deforestation, people are encroaching, building. And if that Mile 13 dam, people that continue for build day, at the level at which they go will reach some level, Freetown will get water. We already challenged with water business at Freetown. So the major source of water for Freetown is that Mile 13 dam. And people are going into it. The dam will get in Regent area, will be waiting to happen there. Also, that mudslide be happening and people die, and people are still building in that areas and there. So this is one important thing. But this resource is going, talking about climate change. I don't know how this will reflect on, climate change and getting people to because people don't understand. Say, if we're not left for cut stick there, I don't stick there. They protect the environment. They make water they come, they soak inside the soil. They make when they get a lot of erosion. We need to get a lot of mudslide and other things, and we'll get water for communities then. Let's talk about climate change and deforestation specifically. How we for pass this message on to people? Because people don't seem to understand the importance. How we for pass that on, maybe as media, for people to understand, say, this is important, and our livelihood will talk about so.
Well, climate change and emerging trend, we don't see some of the effects of them, right? First time we see we get so and so months we expect rain, so and so months we expect dries. But now all things just mix up. You can get rain time where they expect dry, and dries time where they expect rain. And most of them they now get for which we own activities, then we human activities, then and they can contribute to some of them things. And like just now they talk about a dam. Me go reference the Congo Dam. The Takuyama Dam where they up
near Takuyama region. Where
it don't almost dried up. It almost dried up, and it was inside it dries because people they don't encroach, people they don't build. If people they want to at top safe for go to watch inside the dam, which is bad. Even on one part of the issues, and I will make Takugama be closed for the past 6 months. Takugama completely closed. Because people that they encroach, they cut sticks there. Government do nothing but that. And some man they cut stick a bill done. And they show you authentic documents back.
Well, they come from the Ministry of
so probably
Lands,
so it not last moment to the individual say no out of wickedness because if you didn't land, if you didn't land, una get una data, una no state land, una no reserved area, and then at the green belt area, right now side out for the protect. So for the Sudan they encroach, it
the president said also okay, say man they sell land 50 for Ministry of Land, so
definitely because some other people they show you authentic proof say now then get that land because nobody in the right sense.
I can wonder how we determine which belt green belt, because when we don't follow the conversation about the green belt, it changed based on the minister. I remember when Diana Koromani was Minister of Lands, there are people who will call the Koromani green belt. When we get another minister, the other minister can decide, okay, I had the green belt, they move push and go. Get another green belt. The other minister will say, okay, move push here, because every minister one for getting land for either give party people or for sell personally or for do some other things. just with the land. So they always they push the green belt. Thank for which we're not going to know inside the green belt go again.
Yeah, the green belt already inside the green belt, you know. We don't lost acreage of land.
Particularly where we not get visible demarcation. We don't even watch you say now under the green belt day. It's not to say you get a fence day or some barrier day. It's difficult.
No, but the thing here is then get them forest guards there. There we are, then no waiting at green belt because I'm the waiting. But you see forest guard they so that they build now the place there. So someone they render and say it needless for look at forest guard. They then at the place, they encroach at the place. And we don't see reports where there is someone even they accused back say then serve they in the land trade for sell land. Yeah. But you don't see. If
minister is sell land, so why forest guards don't go sell land? You know, man so, just make use of the opportunity.
The issues are many. The issues are many. Yeah. Climate change now thing they would see now faster. The effects would see. So we therefore take our upon ourselves. First step with the CD. Some man they be like okay, if stick linear, stick not linear for the get shade. You see, place they can hot some carry on we need to understand. The days are in the hot spots where you everything just mixed up. Yeah, so we'll get role for play. And even that Akugama engaged Bala the last time, they try for plants, I don't know, 1 million trees or so now. Some of them green belt, the guys do the dollars. But when somebody don't encourage you, don't kind side. The first step when me think say therefore do, try for demolish that. If you're not supposed to demolish that place, the door you plant. Because if you plant the place, the possibility they to malin other person can cut and build it. Yeah. So government already get a topography of the green belt, right? Yeah. Try for go through back that green belt. Any host because the president already don't make a commitment. Say even if my brother and host they inside that green belt, they don't bring hand out. But we'll see it start for some point in time, then stop. Now the problem I know Sierra Leoneans who can get continuity. We can start open and forget and stop. Yeah. The same way President Bembe don't vex at some point, it still they continue. So we're going to take our upon ourselves for safeguard the environment and for fight against the climate change. We don't see the effect of farm, right? We don't get the mudslide, rain the cancer we're not supposed for come, place the warm way we not supposed and not be the happen so before. So we all get a role for play for combat this.
Thank you very much, Bobodan Kamara, for the analysis then. Now so we go wrap up the program for today. And we don't look at a couple of issues then. Of course, we don't look at we own front page at Truth Media on the disasters that really wait for happening. I mean, my senior colleague can visit me and they ask, say, why we not say looming disasters? So, next year we'll say looming disasters instead of pending because really, technically that's the word, disasters. They loom, they don't about it, they roll. We have bridges like this way, almost a collapse. We know and wait. Now make we sound the alarm now. We know and wait until this bridge then collapse, people then die. Because people then die at this bridge then, they'll get any politician go there, go begin, make speech there. We'll not say now the highest level of hypocrisy down there. And we'll definitely, let people know. This is what is happening. You see the pictures. This is not Tembwetown Bridge. This bridge in the cave in so we water they settle on the bridge. And it affect the foundation. This is not the footbridge where you see so at Tembwetown. Picking they pass there every day. Primary, secondary school, all the picking there. Now they will pass. Me say I live at Tembwetown for a couple of years. Now bridge this, we enjoy for passing. Me they watch down. So man afraid to watch down. We snap the watch down. This now the bridge where they railway line. So you see this are the other footbridge. You see I don't it under, This is a disaster waiting to happen. We don't see. And we why authorities they know say now this they happen. This is our role. We point out waiting they happen. Make una see the foundation of the bridge. This is left small amount of for down. And if this for down, also where they don't go could be affected, lives will be lost. And if lives lost, it's squarely rests on the head of the authorities then. We go make a known say we'll be talking this, they wait until for down and people then die. So you see the bridge. So this is how we want to wrap up the show for today. We also, of course, don't talk just slightly about climate change. Climate change is a whole topic we'll go for discuss with the experts on another day. This is all we have time for. Thank you so much for the way to follow the program and listen. And thank you so much to the technical team. Ansu, Simon, they say they don't like what they call the name, but we're going to begin show them face there. So they did for those not Truth Media on a day, So in case anything. But me, the only thing me not ring bell, so me not get business with the bell. So if they come for where they ring bell, the technician they already play the program during the bell ringing. No, I guess we're not said. So thank you very much. On a very light note this Monday morning, we hope we all, wish you all a very pleasant Monday, and we not all man in the office, all man they're doing work right now. All man may play your own part for a salon better. If salon better, not for we all. Some of you don't get no sign for one for go. So some of these things we say and talk about, it's for the betterment of real sweet mama salon. We'll make this country fine, so we'll go gladly for dinner. Thank you very much to the man with the behind the mixer, DJ Muski, and thank you very much once more to Bobo Dan Kamara for left you on busy schedule. You get program for cover right now as journalists, you left for can just discuss the issues here. That's all the program will left for now for this edition. We'll be here on Wednesday for another edition of the program. Until next time, my name is Christian Conte, and this is Stop Press.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song.